Welcome to Toast Time. This week I am making Tijgerbrood, which is tiger bread. It's Dutch and it has a really cool pattern on the outside because of a paste that you put when you're baking it. To start, we need to kind of create a little bit of a sponge. So we're going to start with our water, which is warm, and yeast. I'm going to let this sit for a couple minutes just to make sure that the yeast is active. And I'll talk about the rest of the ingredients. Everything else here is pretty simple. We have flour, salt, and butter, and that goes into the dough. Then for the paste, it's actually rice flour with water, some yeast, oil, salt, and sugar. So it's going to give it a kind of crispy exterior and a really cool look, hopefully. All right. My yeast is usually pretty good. I usually don't have to test it. It's already kind of puffing up, so it's alive and well. I'm just gonna get started. I don't want to put the salt directly into the yeast. I'm gonna do the butter first. All right. It says room temperature. It's warm here, so room temperature is very softened at this moment. And then I'll put the flour. Now, a lot of these ingredients are divided. So they give you the full amount in the ingredient section, but then it tells you later how much to split it out to. So be careful that you're not using all of the ingredients, like the yeast and the salt, I think are the two, in your dough portion of it. All right, now I can put in the salt. I'm going to put this on the mixer with the dough hook for a little while to start getting it to come together. The dough just came off of the mixer. I'm going to lightly oil a bowl. And the dough looks great. It's nice and soft and elastic. See? Slightly sticky. I'm going to put this into a ball. All right. Put the smooth side down. Give it a little spin. And then flip it over. Put a shower cap on it. Let it sit for an hour until it's doubled in size. So like I said, it is very warm here. So this was only the hour and it did a little bit more than double in size. What I'm going to do is knock the air out, punch it down. And we're going to let it sit for about 15 minutes. And then we'll take it out and continue on with it. But while this is resting, I'm going to do the paste. So I'm going to take this, the water and the yeast, mix that together. And do with this one. Okay. There's that. And then we mix in all the other ingredients, which this is for later. This is the oil. Sugar. Salt. Kosher salt. So it's a bit thicker, coarser. And then rice flour. All right, and everything's coming together. Now with this, we're going to cover it and just let it sit until we're ready to use it. And it'll probably be about another hour before we use it. So it's gonna go through some changes here. All right, good. That's gonna be 15 minutes and then we'll come back and take it out of the bowl and start shaping. All right, I am preheating the oven to 475. I lightly floured a baking tray and I lightly floured my surface. You take this out. There we go. And press it out into an oval. That's about 1 inch thick, it said. So I'm gonna stretch it a little bit. Okay. A little bit more. Okay. Now I'm going to take the bottom and put it up to the middle, left side to the middle, right side to the middle, and then this down over. I'm going to put it seam side down and cut my hands around this back part here and pull it towards me using the tension of the counter. Pinch that a little bit, so make sure it's shut. And we're going to do that a few times until we have a nice tight top on it and oval shape. So getting there, a little bit more. I'm going to do a little more on the outsides here so I get more of an oval. All right, now I'm going to put this on my baking tray on the floured spot. Then brush water on top of it, and it's going to sit for about 45 minutes to prove. Remember, rising is when it's just rising in a bowl or something like that. Proving is when it's in its shape. All right, brushing the water, has tension now, but we want to keep it nice and moist so that it can rise again. I'll cover this up, wait 45 minutes, and then we're going to brush on that paste. All right, see you soon. This has to sit on here, this paste, for about 5 minutes. This has grown quite a bit. I'm going to use an offset spatula to spread this on very gently because, wow, it's like a balloon. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is scary. You want to get it on the top and sides. I'm not pushing down, I'm more pushing out with this. And you want to stop kind of around this line here. You still want to have some of the bread visible. All right, there we go. Okay, now, this is going to sit for 5 minutes and then it'll go in the oven. Okay, top turned out so pretty. It got the nice crackling that it's supposed to, and it opened up in all of these spots so you can see down underneath the surface of the loaf of bread and some really nice browning. I'm really excited for this one. Okay. It's kind of collapsing. Okay. Okay. Wow. That's very fluffy. And it's still steaming a lot. Yeah, wow. I mean, I'm pressing hard on that and you can hear it. Okay, let's give it a try. I don't even know how to cut this now. Wow, this is so impressive. Cheers. Holy cow. That's good. Oh, this is totally worth the work. This is so soft and fluffy, and this is so crispy and has great flavor to it. My husband's stealing half the loaf. It is that good. Oh my gosh. This is going into my book of things I want to keep on hand. Thank you for joining me for Tijgerbrood, and I will see you next toast time.